penalty. 2:09 left to go. We're in overtime. One of the defenders losing a stick. Huskies have a big advantage right now. Shot taken, bouncing puck is there. Here's a chance for Janssen. Janssen scores! Elias Janssen with a goal in overtime. The Huskies win it 2-1.
Oh, this one's official, Dirk. His first goal as a Husky, and he gets an overtime winner. He actually tried to move it to his teammate, came back to him, and he made no mistake and went over the blocker. What a nice play. Wow.
You know, just smart play, though, by the Huskies, Brent. Not trying to do anything fancy, knowing that they didn't have that.
It would help to add me there. We have just myself here this evening. Going to have a shorter show, but we do want to get to some of the top plays in the CCHA here tonight. With me not talking to anyone else, we're going to add some. So it does look like I'm doing nothing here. That was Elias Janssen with the winning goal for Michigan Tech over Alaska. We'll show you how that game got to that point in a second. But still one game going on here in the CCHA, and that is Northern Michigan. We're currently trailing Colorado College in the third period. Let's get to some more action here and go right to that Tech game. It was Max Koskapurdy getting things started for Tech.
And we're ready to go. Opening faceoff is being brought to you by Fine Line Tire at Hancock, Fine Line Tire Express at Houghton, where we serve you the guest. First period by the Weekly Agency. We are underway. Play inside of the Michigan Tech zone. Wrapped all the way around to the wing for Isaac Gordon. Chips it up the center ice. Picked up by the captain, Jack Works. Trying to get front right for Koskapurdy. Scores! Koskapurdy! With a great pass from Jack Works, and the Huskies go up 1-0, 15 seconds into the first period.
Well, that's about how you start the season right there. Nice play by Jack Works. That post. Sort of surprising the goaltender how quick he got it off. Nice play.
So that was Koskapurdy getting things started. The Nanooks eventually pulled even here.
13-11 shots, Huskies. 1-0, Michigan Tech with the lead. Face-off down in front of Varanen. 5:23 left to go in the second period. Being brought to you by Copper Country Ford. Shot right off the goal and right in over the shoulder of Varanen, right off of the face-off. What a shot! And the Nanooks tied the game 1-1 here in the period. Alternate captains with a brilliant shot, I think short side over the shoulder.
Yeah, he was on the half wall. And Cote won it back, and he just took 2 steps towards the front of the net.
So that set up the eventual overtime winner for Tech. They start 1-0 in the league as they get the victory there. I'm going to go to Augustana, and they got off to a great start at home. Starting at Midco, remember last year, the Vikings had to play the first half of the season in a neutral site over in town there, as they didn't have Midco open yet, but they opened this year at Midco. And Luke Mobley gets the credit for this one, and it was kind of a scrum, but good stick-to-itiveness from him to get the first goal of the game for the Vikings.
That gets some approval from the crowd. Meerman holds, fires. Another save, rebound opportunity. Ruprecht standing tall. Did it go in? No, it did. Ruprecht held as long as he could, but it appears to have gone in.
To the net, but you know, for Luke Mobley, I mean, crash the net, good things happen. I mean, captain, good way to find yourself kind of right on the doorstep, and looks like the officials are giving explanations to both coaches, but that's a big goal for Augustana when the Sharks were really controlling much of this period, had the better chances. It doesn't have to be pretty. I mean, just go to the net and good things happen, but found a way to get it past the goal line, and we have a good goal, and Augustana's up 1-0 here in the second period.
Yeah, kind of hard to tell in that scrum, but it is a good goal for Luke Mobley. Mobley had the first goal.
So Mobley gets things started there for Augie, and they would eventually add on a couple more. Here's the second one, Evan McIntyre. Some pretty nice goals here after that first kind of gritty one there from the Vikings.
Moving north out of the zone, and don't try to be too cute.
Mason fell down. Opportunity here for Augustana. Meerman to McIntyre. Fires. Goes in! Evan McIntyre with goal number 2 and a 2-0 Viking lead.
In the first period, but how about Evan McIntyre just on that weak side, shoots across the grain with Ruprecht moving left to right, and it looked like it just trickled past Ruprecht, but just a really impressive play by McIntyre to recognize, hey, I'm going to step up into the play.
So that was the second goal of the game for Augie. I want to get you updated on Northern and Colorado College. The 12th ranked Tigers are up 3-2. Well, that has been pulled for Northern. So 3-2. Northern is down with 1:10 left in that one. They're out in Colorado Springs. We do have some goals to show from that game. We'll do it a little bit later on here. We'll see if the Wildcats can tie things up. First official game for them. Remember, they played Tech in a exhibition game last weekend. We'll get the conclusion of this one as Colton Friesen gets the third goal for Augie to make it 3-0.
Svendal over to Hennon. In front, Matsui tried to find Trombley down low. Here is Ben Trombley. In front, Friesen, he scores! Colton Friesen, the D3 transfer, makes it 3-0 Augustana.
Just what he does in the high part of the offensive zone. And how about Matsui, who catches this puck, takes time as his head up, and finds Friesen wide open on the backside. No doubt about that one. What a period for the Vikings to extend this to 3.
Colton Friesen, second year in the Augustana program.
And actually, as we speak, as I was talking before, Northern's tied it up 3-3. So huge for the Wildcats, trying to pick up a third win on the night for the CCHA so far. As you can see, the score is scrolling across the bottom. It was 2-2 at one point in the third period. Colorado College, that's one of the hardest things for me to say. I don't know why. Did go up 3-2 momentarily, but with the goalie pulled, Northern ties it up. Looks like they're going to overtime there. So that's a good result. I mean, obviously, you want to get that bonus, get the win there, but we'll see what happens. Other scores tonight, Western Michigan, number 17, beating Ferris State. We have the Ferris State goal. We'll show that to you because this is obviously a CCHA-leaning show. And we'll get that the lone Ferris tally to you. Here it is. Caden Galt scoring his second of the year. And for some reason, there's no audio for this. This was the only part of the game where they lost audio, but Galt scored a pretty nice goal there. We'll get a replay of it. But at the time, it made it 2-1. Actually, it was 2-1 for most of this game. Western added a couple late ones to make it a 4-1 final. These two teams are back in action tomorrow in Big Rapids. Really nice finish there. Good pass, good finish. And so that brought them to within a goal. Lake Superior State got their exhibition play going there with a 6-1 win over the U.S. under-18 team. 6-1. That was in Plymouth, Michigan. They play tomorrow. Does Lake Superior State against Simon Fraser. Disappointing for Minnesota State. They fell 1-0 to Merrimack at home. They had 28 shots on goal, but couldn't squeeze one home, and they fall. So there's the rematch tomorrow there. St. Thomas with a wild game against Vermont 5-5. We have some highlights from that game to get to in a second. And we touched on Michigan Tech winning in OT. Bemidji State losing a tight one to St. Cloud State. Late goal for the Huskies there to make it 4-3. And let's keep posted here. I guess they're in overtime. Overtime is just starting between Northern and Colorado College. So yeah. Augustana did tack on one more. Let's get to St. Thomas and Vermont. That was a wild game. We'll pull up some of the goals that the Tommies scored. Here's Lucas Wallen scoring his first goal of the season, preseason player of the year, to tie the game at 1.
His season short due to injury last year, was having maybe the best of any Tommy in program history before going down. He's pinned up against the backboards and out of the near corner. Pullman chipped up ahead for Malmquist. Extra pass to Wallen! The first goal of the 2024-25 season goes to the captain. Lucas Wallen knocks it up and one. It was Liam Malmquist to Lucas Wallen, who just sniped.
So Wallen tied it up there. It was really a wild back and forth game, as I said, but kept coming back in this one. This was a big goal here, the first of two for Mason Pullman on the night.
Elias to Gleason. Gleason with a head of steam behind the net, wrapping around, finds Pullman, looking for his second, shot off the pad. Pullman, toe-drag goal! Mason Pullman, clutch personified for the sophomore D-man. A beauty from the high slot. My goodness.
I showed them out of order. That was the tying goal, and the game actually went to overtime. There was an exhibition shootout that the Catamounts won, but credit St. Thomas for coming back in this game a couple of times. Here's the other Mason Pullman goal I was trying to show you.
25 seconds to go. Wallen tripped up in the far corner. Sebastian Tornquist. Tornquist kicking it. Wallen gets it back to Cheslak. 12 on the clock. Cheslak to Malmquist to Pullman. I mean, come on. Unreal. A defensive breakdown, and the Tommies capitalize.
So St. Thomas gets the 5-5 tie. We do have a final. The Tigers were able to pull that one out in OT. So that was a win. But good job by Northern. Good effort. They're in Colorado Springs again tomorrow. Tomorrow again for Game 2 of that series. Getting to the let's get to some of those goals in that game. We have a couple nice ones here from Northern, and it was Matthew Romer scoring the opener for Northern Michigan.
And a really good block by Ty Gallagher, the transfer from BU.
No moving. Get on the doorstep and backside and a goal. Northern Michigan comes out. They get the power play goal. It's Matthew Romer.
And this was just a little bit of a breakdown defensively, as Burkholder needs to recognize that there's a guy on the back door, but a quick little pass, and that was set up earlier, the Wildcats.
Great passing there from Northern to set up that goal on the power play. They got another one this time from their captain. Tanner Lash, remember, missed most of last season after a torrid start to the year, and hopefully he can stay healthy and provide some more offense for the young Northern team here.
Bouncing puck right by that post. Boy, that could have been dangerous. Not sure if Ouellette saw that. And 2-on-1, and we are tied at 2. Tanner Latch, the captain, evens it up with 14-16 to go.
Northern Michigan, and CC gets caught on this 2-on-1. Latch takes a look over and then fires a shot while his feet were moving to the far side. Tanner Latch, one of the 4 returners for Northern Michigan, the captain, and it's his 8th career goal.
So Latch gets that one. Remember, now Colorado College did win in OT, but it was back and forth with Northern getting a very late goal. See if I have that one yet to show it to you, but looks like I do. So we'll get that one fired up here potentially. Let's go to BSU and St. Cloud State. And Carter Ranklev has had a great start to the year already. A couple of goals in this one. We'll show them to you now. Here's his first on the night for the Beavers.
Huskies have 6 draft picks on their roster. Bemidji State doesn't have a single NHL draft pick. Polkamp, who's no longer with the team, transferred. He was. Now they've got numbers out in front. All alone, they score. And this game is tied with Carter Rancliffe getting a feed out front in the slot. He beats Posh, and this game is tied.
In fact, he might have grown a little bit more powerful. You see this transition. Defender for St. Cloud State gets out-muscled. Carter Rancliffe does have a back checker on him. He's got Ryman right in his back pocket. And from his knees, it appears he's able to regain his composure and put that a lefty low blocker. That's a wonderful shot. You see Isaac Posh.
So that was the first of two for Rancliffe there. Here's his second goal of the day.
You don't get many chances like that, and I guarantee he's gonna, take a couple extra minutes before he gets a good night's sleep tonight. You get a point-blank opportunity like that, you got to go Austin Bernavec on that one. And Adam Fleming is no joke. This kid can pull the trigger.
Rancliffe's got another one. It comes
spot.
back to Carter Rancliffe, and he hit the bottom bar. That puck hugged the ice.
This kid praising Adam Fleming's ability to shoot the puck. And look at this. You heard Coach Larson talk about dusting the puck off. And you watch what Carter Rancliffe does here. The puck is dropped to him. He draws.
So there it was, the second goal for Rancliffe. Remember, that was a 4-3 final victory for the number 15/16 Huskies. And then we'll get to that goal, the late goal that tied it up for Northern Mission before we get out of here. Here it is.
Getting it down.
Back live. 50 seconds to go. Latch sends it in and off the skate of Scott. Unbelievable. It's been one of those games. CC has outplayed them, but
on this opportunity, so Romer gets his first and his second career goal today. This goes off of Scott, like you said, and then on the short side. They go down to the goal line, try to make that pass across, and then...
So a little bit of luck there for Romer. He gets his second of the game. It tied the game up, but then 21 seconds into OT, the Tigers got the game-winning goal. And look at that. I have it already. Let's get you that one in just a second here. So on the night, not exactly what we were looking for CCHA-wise, but got a couple of wins. Huskies an OT victory over Alaska Fairbanks at home. Augustana blanking LIU at home. And then some tight ones there. You got a 1-goal loss for the Mavericks. I'm sure they'll look to rebound tomorrow. And then the Beavers are also home tomorrow as they take on St. Cloud State. That's a home and home there with the Huskies. Didn't count, but Lake State looked good against the U.S. under-18 team. You never really know what you're going to get from that group. They have kind of up and down years seemingly, but the Lakers look great. They had 4-point game from John Harrington, 2 goals, 2 assists. Ferris was in that one all the way, so don't take that 4-1 score to be too indicative of how that one went. They had their chances. It was 2-1 for a while. They could have tied it up. Here's the winner, and then we'll send you out of here. Hopefully we get some guests on tomorrow. It's always more interesting when I have someone to talk to besides just the wall. But anyway, here is the game winner from the Tigers' last game of the night.
so here's Ty Gallagher. Nobody home here. Laba picks it up. Here we go. Noah dashing down. Noah Laba. Noah moves in. Shot and a goal! Takes all of 21 seconds. Power play goal. They fought back, had the lead, lost it, and now for good to end the game.
Yeah, he just goes short side after that burst of speed. And there was nothing that Slippick can do coming off the bench. And Ewart was a little late getting over there as well because it was a mini 2-on-1. Too late to react. And Laba with the goal scorer's touch, 20 goals on the year last year.
And that'll do it for us here